My friend, I've been using these headsets for almost 10 years to play games like Counter-Strike and Valorant, but it got some issues that the KZ Axas Gaming promised to solve. In this video, we're gonna talk about these IEMs and see if they're actually good and good enough for me to say goodbye to these old ones. Let's start with the unboxing, my friends. Came with a normal package, a little bit of damage, but this could be because of Correios in Brazil. They kind of throw sometimes, but working 100%, no problems. And my friends, I'm not gonna lie, the IEMs look really, really beautiful. More pretty than my previous one. Easy to remove it. The experience of the unboxing was very smooth. They send extra earbuds on the black version. I like that, but this ones that I'm using right now fits perfectly in my ear, so I'm not gonna change it. The cable, my friends, it is big, but it's not big enough. Depend on your use case, okay? Here in my situation, because I got my PC far away from my desk, it's not big enough. But like for me, I can plug directly to my monitor. I also have a DAC and I also have a sound card that I can use. In my case, it's not a problem, my friends, but if it is for you, don't worry, okay? You can buy an extension cord very, very cheap and it's gonna work flawless. My friends, one tip for you guys, before you remove the IEMs, make sure to know which one is from the left and from the right. This will help for you guys to plug the cables, okay? But it's very simple, guys, very simple. When you know that you're doing the right thing, apply some force. And you guys, no fear, my friends, no fear. And then, my friends, I'm putting for the first time, and I'm not gonna lie, it's very
comfortable, man.
Yes. In this video, I will test the Axas Gaming only in Valorant, but since I also have years of experience playing Counter-Strike, I think that everything that I said here, you will also apply to CS. After that, I want to make a clear and direct comparison to Hyperx Cloud 2. Mundi, what are your first impressions of the Axas Gaming to play games like Counter-Strike and Valorant? My friends, it's actually surprisingly very, very good. I can identify where the shots and steps are coming from. I feel like I can react faster. It's way more comfortable than a headset. And honestly, I enjoy it, my friend. The biggest problem that I found is the cable. The cable is too short. In my case, it's not a problem because I can use on my monitor and also I can use on my DAC. But in case you don't have these options, then it's a problem. You can try to put your PC closer to you, or maybe you're playing on notebook or things like that, then it's also not a problem. The IEM itself, guys, the quality is actually incredible. I don't know why, but I actually prefer playing with this one here than with my Cloud 2.
Guys, it's good. I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty good.
I'm not saying the Cloud 2 is bad, guys, but for some reason, my brain operates better when I'm using IEMs. And I felt a little bit of that even with the other KZ that I have, but it's day and light. Like this one is much better. Like the way that I can hear things is just like I can know exactly where they are. Like I can react faster. I can get more immersive in the game. I just love the experience. So do I think this is better than the Cloud 2? Sorry, guys. For me, it's better. For me, it's better. But the Cloud 2 is also really good. The only thing that I feel like, for me, makes me more inclined to go with the Axas Gaming is that it's an IEM. And me, personally, I prefer that. And also the price. You gotta consider the price, my friends. One is like way more expensive than the other. So in my use case, guys, I actually recommend going with the Axas Gaming. I think if you purchase, you won't regret it, my friends. But keep in mind about the cons. And the cons... Actually, the only con that I found here in gaming is the cable. When you listen to music, guys, then I gotta say, the other KZ that I have is better to listen to music. I just like, when on my way to the gym, I went for like 20-30 minutes walk, and I also like spent almost 2 hours at the gym listening to the same playlist. It was mostly classic music, and I like that. I don't know, but I like that. And I do prefer the other KZ that I have here to listen to music. I'm not saying this one is bad. I enjoy the music like I normally do. But if you're more picky, you know, like if you want to have the best experience, then you go only for music, you go with the other PCs or earbuds that you might prefer. But for gaming only, guys, this is my way to go. This is the best IEM that I ever used to play games like Counter-Strike and Valorant. And honestly, this from now on is gonna be my main one, my friends.
Remaining. 3 out of 5. 1 rat left. 4 out of 5. I knew your every move.
The first thing that I want to talk about is comfort, my friends. As you guys know, headsets, they are heavy, they are uncomfortable, especially after long hours of use. And the IEMs on this regard are just way superior. I've been using the Axas gaming for like 12 hours a day plus gaming, and I experience zero fatigue. It's very comfortable. The second thing that a lot of people that use a headset, they are even scary about it, is that the damage, the bend that the headphones does in your head sometimes, my friends. We saw clips of that already in the past. I experienced a few times as well, and it's not something good to have. And the third thing, my friends, actually coming from a personal experience. I had some hair loss here on these areas of my head because of the pressure applied by the earbuds. I even used the minoxidil. It didn't help much. The problem only went away after I stopped using headsets and switched to IEM. And the number 4, my friends, I think is the most important thing ever. We can have your head shape, we can even experience some hair loss, but what we cannot have is a downgrade in performance. And my friends, after using the KZ Axas gaming for 1, 2, almost 3 weeks now, and coming from a very high quality product like the Cloud 2, I honestly don't feel like I suffer or lost anything regarding performance. In my case, this is also come down to personal preference. I actually think I play a little bit better with it because for me, IEMs works better for me. I don't know why, but even with headsets, sometimes I have a little hard time identifying how close the enemy is. But with these IEMs, I felt like it was easier for me to identify with precision where the shots and steps are coming from. And also, I felt like I could react faster. I don't know if it's because how it's projected, how it's inside your ears, or what are the reasons, my friends, but I actually prefer this way. I even remember Tens talking about why he prefers IEMs a long time ago, and now I understand, my friends. KZ also said it to me, the pros like Nico and Device, they are legends, FPS players, one of the greatest, and one of my favorite players. They use KZ IEMs in the past, in tournaments, playing CS2. Other players from other games as well already use. And my friends, performance-wise, the quality is really good. If you go with the KZ Axas gaming, you will be able to perform at the maximum level, and you will go face-to-face against all the pros in the world. And the last one here on this comparison that I want to talk about is price, my friends. The Cloud 2, in my region at least, it's 3 times more expensive than KZ Axas gaming. And honestly, I don't think this transfer performance-wise when you're playing games like Counter-Strike or Valorant. One thing that I give to the headset is that in terms of quality, I have this one for 10 years, and I don't know if this one here will last that long. One thing that I can say that is in favor of the KZ Axas gaming is that, my friends, I dropped a few times already on the ground. I'm not gonna lie. It's like it has the Michael Phelps syndrome. It just dives from my desk all the time. But the good thing is still working, my friends, no problem. So the quality in this regard is actually good because, you know, so far it's working. That's what matters. My friend, this is how the KZ Axas gaming microphone sounds out of the box. The only thing that I changed was here in Windows, microphone properties, I adjust the level gains to 2.8 because if I put to 100%, it captures too much background noise. Now I will show you guys how it sounds with all my OBS filters on that I use on my external mic. And this is how it sounds, my friends. You can already hear that the quality is better, no more background noise. And my friends, it's not the best mic, but it's a good mic. If you use push talk especially, you'll be able to communicate and your teammates will be happy with that. They're gonna understand you in a clear and concise way. And my friends, this is a big step for make you win more games and rank up. My friends, it is time to say goodbye to this headset that served me so well for so long. I finally found the perfect IEM for me. It's something that will allow me to use for long hours a day without having to worry about all the stuff that we talk about. Performance-wise, is amazing. To play games like Counter-Strike, VALORANT, and others as well, I'm sure, is great. You know, like, I'm not missing anything. I'm not playing disadvantage. I'm not feeling fatigue. I can play for long hours as well. And it's just great, my friends. So, if you are interested in purchasing one for yourself, I will provide a discount in one of my links in the description and pinned comment. KZ, they did send me this IEM to test, but everything that I said is based on my own personal experience. I'm being very honest with this review. You guys will see, I'll be using this IEM every day, man, every day, because I honestly really like. So I'm very glad that KZ, in fact, did send this to me. I tried different IEMs in the past, as many of you already know, and they were good, but it wasn't good enough for me to stop using this, you know. And now I found them, my friends. Now I found something that I can use 100%. I don't need to switch cables. I don't need to do any of the stuff anymore. I have one for everything that I need, and I'm very happy with that. I hope you guys purchase one for yourself. And if you do, please, my friends, leave a comment, share your experience. I'm sure you guys are gonna love it. It's way cheaper than a normal headset, especially the Cloud 2. And it's worth it, my friends. It's worth it. So thank you so much for watching until now. I hope you guys have enjoyed the video. This is only my second review ever. So feel free to leave me suggestions and feedback. I'm always trying to improve. I will read every comment. And my friends, that's it for this video. I don't want to yap too much and make the video way too long. So thanks so much for your attention. And I will be doing a different review very, very soon on a mouse that I just received. And I'm very excited to start working on that as well, my friends. So that's it. I see you in the next video. Bye bye. I love you all. Have a great day, great night, great life. And I see you in the next video. Bye bye.